everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of the Canadian Geekcast. This is our final post show on the E3 2018 conferences. I am your host, Dennis, alongside Steve.
Hola.
And Steph.
Hello, everyone.
So we didn't just come out. We came out like a day ago out of the Nintendo E3, I wouldn't say conference, but the Nintendo Direct that they usually do for E3. So what did everybody think of what they had to show?
I really liked it.
I think it was Nintendo done quick E3 speed run.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was very interesting. Like watching it, like when 7 minutes went by, it was like, wow, they're really just getting all the games in there. And then at the end, they had like a huge, it was like a presentation of why this Smash is different from other entries in the series, and it's kind of a port of the Wii U game, but it expands on the characters that they didn't have in the Wii U.
No, it's a completely different game.
Yeah, they definitely worked on it for a long time, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think Sakurai went on record to say he started it immediately after the last DLC dropped.
Okay. So do you guys want to go through bit by bit by what was shown at the conference?
Yeah, we could do that. We'll talk about Damon Cross Machina, I think.
Machina, maybe?
Machina. That's how it's spelled. Yeah.
Yeah, I say Machina.
Sure. Machina. That was interesting. I have no idea. It was this game.
At the time, I didn't really know what it was, and the only thing that came to mind was Armor Core, and then after the direct was over, I saw that a lot of people who worked on Mecha, Armor Core, and some Mecha anime as well are being they're constructing this game. It looks like it doesn't really like Armor Core. It's like Armor Core plus Mecha anime kind of feel. It looks cool.
Super heavy metal.
Yeah, very. There's a lot of metal. I'm just talking about the mechs though.
Then we had a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 expansion. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything to add for that. I'm not a Xenoblade player myself.
No, it's just DLC really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only played a bit of the original game, like the 3DS port.
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't played much more. And 2 looks different. It doesn't feel like a sequel. It feels like it's, I don't know. It looks weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Then Reggie came out to talk about Pokemon Let's Go. Just talking about controls. Showed us the Pokemon Go Plus peripheral controller, which I really dig.
But isn't it $100 for the game?
It's $130. It's $130 Canadian.
Oh.
But you get Mew with it. So.
I know.
What's the value of Mew?
I was like, I don't care. I don't care about the stupid controller. Whatever. It's not for me. And they're like, but you get Mew. And I was like, God damn it.
Oh, as soon as I saw it, I was like, God, they're speaking right to me.
Oh,
right into my
the
childlike wonder that still lives in me. And then they talked about Mew being included, and I was like, oh man, now I have to buy this. Thanks, Reggie.
Exactly the same thing for me. I was like, I don't care, don't need it. Mew, now I need it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's still not the game that everybody wants, but we talked about it a little bit, you and me, Dennis. I think this is a great step for them. It's smart to integrate Pokemon Go. It's going to bring people in and sell more units of Switch this holiday, and then even more when the mainline Pokemon game comes out next year.
Yeah, it's a great business decision. I'm not really for it. For the game anyway. I'm not a hater. It's just it's
hater.
It's too much. It doesn't really feel like Pokemon to me. I want that core Pokemon game I know they're working on it, but the more I hear about this game, the more like, nah. I'd rather spend that money on Smash Bros. To be honest.
That's fair. For me, this game it's totally make or break based on how playable it is without Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
If you can play without Pokemon Go, I am 100% down. If they make it like a grind fest, so you kind of need Pokemon Go, then it will be a no-go for me.
Sure. I mean, they did say that you don't need to link your account, so take that as you will. But
yeah, it's one of my favorite regions. So
going back to Kanto.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Spiritual successor to Yellow. Awesome.
Yeah, I think I need to see more before I have like a complete opinion. Right now, I'm just like I don't really know what to think of it right now.
Oh, I keep saying like, oh, I'm so sold, but yeah, I need to hear more about the game itself first.
Yeah,
sure.
I do like that there's included co-op in it. That's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But again, how will that work? I'm curious. I'm curious to know more about the co-op.
Yeah. Then we had Super Mario Party, which was a surprise to me. I did not see this coming this year.
I kind of saw it coming because like last year there was this guy.
Dennis has the crystal ball.
No. I don't have a crystal ball. Like last year before the Switch was coming out, there was this guy who constructs all the E3 booths for Nintendo, and he had he had the deets on like all the year one Switch games, and he was totally correct. And he did the same like in January of this year.
Okay.
And like none of those were surprising. Like Mario Party 11 was on there. Some games that were on there didn't happen. That's why I said Luigi Mansion 3. I was like betting on that guy, hoping he was right, but he was not right this time. So
is it more educational guesses that he's doing, or
I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, this game, I wasn't super surprised just because like it kind of comes out on every console. But I was still super happy to see it because I am such a sucker for Super Mario Party, like ever since they existed, basically. Actually, that's not fair. I don't enjoy the first one. I like 2 and 3 are probably my OGs. But yeah, they blew my mind with that like 2 Switch mini game thing.
Yeah, both of them, like the baseball one, the tank one. I think there was another one, but I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, I'll be super interested to see how it works because obviously it won't be a mandatory thing. It's just an add-on.
Yeah.
So, Steve, I think you and I will have to get together and test this
Absolutely. Out. Yeah. I'm wondering that you bring up a good point because I wonder if that's going to gate certain mini games out. Like if you don't have 2 consoles, how is that going to work?
Yeah, no, it's going to be a fine balance between how do you get these games to work for both 1 screen, 2 screens, and multiple players.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. And to see if it's like, they made it seem like it was super customizable. Like they were over about this much. And they're like, no, like this much. And then changed it. And then they could change down here. Or is it
perpendicular to each other? Yeah.
Or is it in set positions, right? And then like, I'm so curious about how do the Wiis know that and communicate with each other that like, okay, we're flat and we're against each other, or we're up. Like the gyro makes sense with like their own.
Yeah. But I think it's also, you saw them like draw a line through them. So I think that indicates where the linking area is.
That would make more sense.
There was also, not that it was shown during the trailer, but people who are getting hands-on with them. There's almost a match 2 kind of a mini game. So there's a bottom section of a banana and a top section on 2 different switches, and then you have to put them together in a certain point and draw the same line. So I think drawing the line is basically the link between the 2.
I see. Yeah, I'll be interested to see because that makes a lot more sense and easier for them.
The reason I was super surprised about this was because like last year they had Link or like Zelda and Mario as their console sellers. I in no world thought that they would do Smash, Pokemon, a tennis game, and then a Mario Party game all in one year. I thought they kind of divided. I thought Mario Party would be a shoo-in maybe 2019, definitely by 2020. I didn't think we'd be getting all these
the flagships.
Yeah, the flagship titles.
Yeah, I think the only one that we really have left to touch is Metroid.
Yeah.
And maybe a Yoshi game. Do we have a Yoshi on Switch?
Yeah, they were both announced last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're definitely next year.
Yeah. I don't know, for the Mario Party game, I'm not really interested. I think the only thing I'm interested about Mario Party is just seeing Giant Bomb's like stream. They do all these reactions, them playing Mario Party. Like the first one that they're pretty high on, and by 10 they're like, this series sucks.
Which it does.
Yeah.
Because the thing I really like about this is that they got rid of the car, which was the worst part.
Yeah.
That now you're walking the map on your own.
It's cool.
Yeah, I played whatever was on the Wii U.
Just 10.
Oh, okay. So I played like that maybe 20, 30 minutes, and it was okay. But before that, I think the last one
You're being generous.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's like I have very fond memories of 2 and 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. But again, I only played it for about 20, 30 minutes on 2 different modes. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm excited. October. Good time.
Yeah.
Good time for a party. After that, we had Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Again, I don't really know anything about this. Dennis?
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay. Spring 2019 for...
Yeah, it's just more Fire Emblem. I don't know what else you could say. It's just one of those series that Nintendo does. I don't know why, but
you don't know why?
I know why.
You just don't know why.
I don't have an inkling to be part of that series.
An inkling?
Yeah. Well,
Splatoon.
It's just a word.
What? I freaking love Fire Emblem.
Okay.
I love tactics and I learned turn-based games. I didn't play the last 2. I've been really bad. I have one of them for my 3DS. I just have not had the time to sit down and play it. And now that I have a Switch, it's just like I really don't want to find the charger for my 3DS. Who knows where that is? RIP.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like turn-based tactics, and the fact that I can take this in the go and I don't have to again hunt out my 3DS. I might get back into it. I hated how last time that you had to buy 2 games to get the full story.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
One faction in one game, one faction in the other, and you have to play both to get both sides. Whereas this, it looks like they've gone back to just having one game. So I don't know. I'll probably end up. I don't think it's like a day one buy for me, but it'll be something that if it's done well, I'll probably end up picking it up later.
Sweet. Then we had a scissor reel of a lot of third-party support for the Switch, including Fortnite, which dropped as of recording yesterday, so it's available now, which is really cool.
Got something like 10 million in one day, in 24 hours?
I think it was 2 million. And yeah.
I am one of those players. I've played probably like 5-6 matches.
How is it?
It doesn't look great. The offset analog sticks, they're not really that great, I'll be honest. It seems like every single match I've played so far, no one's really building. A lot of people are just gathering weapons and shooting, which, I mean, is great for me because I'm terrible at building, so I don't really have to worry about that. I think the way at least the Joy-Cons are laid out, it doesn't really utilize the quickness of having to go from like your analog to the buttons to build and switch and do all the frantic button mashing you have to do to build and shoot and do all that. This isn't designed for high competitive Fortnite playing.
Yeah.
Is it
it works.
Crossplay or optional crossplay?
So far, it is crossplay with everything except PlayStation. I'm sure if you go on Twitter, you can see everyone yelling at PlayStation about this.
Yeah, a lot of people had trouble logging into the Switch version if they had a PlayStation account.
You can't do it.
Can't.
And when you're about to play a game, it does say which platform you're going to be playing with. Okay. Every single game I played, I don't know if there's like some sort of setting where you can switch it, but every single game I played, it says same platform.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I'm playing with all Switch players.
Interesting. It'll be interesting to see if you can like make parties with people cross platforms and stuff. I wonder how that will work.
Super cool little thing is that Epic has found a way around the voice support, so you no longer have to use your phone. You can just plug in the headset into the Switch, and it works.
Yeah, Epic fixing Nintendo's problem even before the online is here yet. So that's cool.
It's weird. This drop of Fortnite has brought up so many questions about different companies and Nintendo and how this and that works. Like, it's been fascinating for me just to watch this in the last 24 hours. It's weird. Then we also got Overcooked 2. Can't wait.
Yes! Best game of Nintendo conference.
Yeah, I was hearing Steph and Steve getting excited. I was like, oh, more Overcooked. Okay.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. It's more Overcooked. They threw in
wireless online.
Yeah, wireless online. There's a throwing mechanic now, so instead of like your dash, you can throw items, which is great. It looks like you're getting really intricate levels. By the release trailer, there seems to be at least 6 worlds, so that's great. A lot of levels in that. It seems like I think it's Team 17. That's who publishes the game. They put a lot more support into this. I am so behind it. August 7th.
I'm so ready to just yell at people again. And like,
oh my god.
Get the salt levels. Like, I don't know about you, Steve.
And pepper levels.
Do you play it with your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I play it with the boyfriend, and it's like you can only do a couple levels at a time before you're like,
oh,
okay, like.
See, the thing is that as much shit as I give her, she gives me the same amount. We blew through that game so quickly. So I'm really looking forward to playing this with her, with people online. Like, I'm glad that they did it online. This is super cool.
Like a double date.
Yeah. To, like Master Chef. Sweet. And then after that, Killer Queen Black.
Oh, so do you guys know about this?
No, I know of Killer Queen.
Yeah,
I've heard there's like, excuse the pun, but a lot of buzz going around.
Get out.
Otherwise, I don't really know why he's coming to a Switch.
I think it's interesting because the original game is based on multiplayer arcade consoles.
Yeah.
So it's one of the very few arcade consoles where it's like 8 people or something,
right?
Or 8 to 10 or something like that. It's very rare.
There's a lot of them,
and they were so on demand that they couldn't keep up with people,
right?
All the arcades and people who wanted them. So I think maybe this is a little way to allow people to get a taste of that, because it's super popular. And what a great way! Like, if I'm not sure this is arcade multiplayer, if it'll be online or local only, but again, frantic arcade games for when you've got people together, that kind of short form content is just perfect on Switch.
Yeah, it's cool. After that, we had Hollow Knight. I've heard nothing but great things about this game. I'm glad that it dropped as of the direct, so that was cool.
Yeah, and it's out now.
Yeah, this was like one of those games I was like, wow, that looks like a really great game. Because like, I have like $50 on my Nintendo Switch wallet I have not used. I'm thinking maybe this is the one. The one need to get. Yeah.
It's super expansive. It's really good. It feels really solid. It was one of those games where I was like, "You're not on Switch already?" Like, I thought you were.
I already thought so. Everyone kept talking about this game for so long. I could have sworn it was already on Switch.
Yeah, I was shocked. But maybe I was thinking of Owlboy. But I don't know. Like, I was just so shocked. Like, oh, you're not on Switch already? But good. Another great home for another great indie.
Yeah. Then we had Octopath Traveler, which is getting a new demo on June 14th, which is, as of recording, tomorrow. They said that all your progression from this new demo will also carry over to the main game once it releases. So cool. We had Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah, that's my prediction.
Yeah,
I got that one right.
Everyone was begging for this game. I'm super curious to see.
It was just Dragon Ball Fighter, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, wait, that was a huge announcement.
Well, we were all watching it together, and no one reacted. I was like, for a second, I was like, did we know this was happening? Because no one's really reacting. But internally, I was like, wow, it's actually happening.
I think it took me a minute before I realized, oh, Dragon Ball FighterZ was just announced.
Yeah.
What? That happened?
It was super weird.
Yeah.
And it's coming this fall. It begs the question, like, if these like massive ports, also Wolfenstein New Colossus, that one got announced as well. I'm wondering, like, if these like new ports are coming way too late. I'm curious to see how Dragon Ball Fighter Z will be optimized and what the audience will be like. Because I know for Fighter Z, at least on the Xbox, it was high for the first week and everyone left. Yeah. Everyone left. Like, it was hard to find a party within the second week, and I don't know. I'm curious.
Again, it depends whether they have crossplay or not.
Yeah, I guess so.
If they can, and they can have the crossplay, then maybe it'll bring a little bit of a revival to the audience, because I think right now it's mostly just hardcore fighting folks who are playing it.
Yeah,
but the
FGC is so behind this game, but casuals are pretty much gone, I say.
Yeah. I mean, I was in there for a little bit because as like a casual, this felt very accessible for someone who doesn't really play fighting games. It didn't feel like it asked a lot from me. So I really enjoyed it, but it was just the fact that everyone left the game 2 weeks in that just bummed me out. I eventually moved on.
Yeah, and there's...
Sorry,
and
at least that has a story mode, at least.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And they're still supporting the game with new characters that gets announced, because like they have like this expensive season pass for all these characters.
Of course they do.
It's a fighting game, so like the characters, the pass is so expensive. I can't even justify it sometimes.
Yeah. And then we got to Smash.
45 minutes. It was like 15 minutes of just like blam, 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 like rapid fire, and then
it came to a halting stop.
45 minutes
for Smash.
Yeah, like when the characters were like on the screen, like you saw the number beside the
they're like, pay attention to this.
Yeah, and it took me like maybe like half or more way through, but like 60? Are there over 60 characters in this game? And you were like, and Steve was like, what? And then when you got to like Bayonetta, like 63.
Yeah, she was 63, and that's when I clued in. I was like, no way. Are they going for this?
For me, like when they started announcing characters at the very beginning, it told you that the number beside it is the order in which they had originally appeared in Super Smash Brothers. Yeah.
So I was super confused about what the meaning was.
So I was like, okay, so like there's 1 and 3 and 5, and then okay, we're back to 2. So I was like, okay, so it's like the core people, and they introduced more people, and I was like, okay, like this is still quite a few people, and then there was more, and then you saw like the full thing, because I have really bad short-term memory, so I was just like, wow, that's a lot of characters. Wonder how many that was.
Right.
Like, it's all of them, and I was like, holy.
Yeah. Well, see, I started getting a glimpse of that when they first did Ice Climbers, which I was super stoked on. Yeah, I love those guys. And then they showed there was someone before Snake. Who was it? I can't remember. Anyways, there was Ice Climbers, blah 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 blah. Another character from one of the previous games. Oh, it was Ryu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I was like, no way. And then it was Cloud, and I was like, oh, they're actually doing it. Like they're actually getting these licenses back. And then of course Snake came, and then everyone is here. And
yeah, Steve, it's the most ambitious crossover.
Yeah, move over Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like, between Smash Brothers and Kingdom Hearts, I don't know who I envy the least when it comes to licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the things, is that they were able to get all these licenses back. I couldn't believe it. I thought at very most like Konami would have been the one to be like, no.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was like, there's no way Konami would be interested in having Snake back in Smash Bros. That's not going to happen.
And then of course David Hayter came out and said, no, I'm voicing him once again. I was like, this is paradise right now.
As it should be.
Yeah. Just going through some of the details that Sakurai went through. 8-player battles are back. Knocking out assist trophies will now give you points. More than 60 plus characters. All new stages. So you're getting old stages, new stages, each one having the Battlefield and Omega versions. So you're getting like the flat surface and then the more tiered.
Thank God. Yeah. I like, there's some levels where I'm just like, I fucking hate this level. And then like,
true.
If it had like the other version, I think I'd be okay with it.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but now you get double the stages essentially.
Yeah.
For however you want to play. GameCube controller compatibility, which is super sweet. They just won't let that die.
Well,
I know
I
Dennis,
think
you were super stoked.
Best controller.
That is not for the casual player. They 100% did that for the competitive play.
Absolutely. Other than that, yeah, as we mentioned, every character is back, and then they ended on what I'm assuming was they set up to story mode by revealing Ridley.
Yeah.
And,
I guess this is their version of hand or what glove, whoever that villain was.
Hand?
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Master Hand.
They also had the Inklings.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Inklings.
that's right.
Yeah.
They also gave a reason why there's so many clones in the game. So now they have I can't remember what exactly they were called. Echo versions.
Yeah, Echo.
Yes.
So you have
Daisy,
Peach. Yeah. Daisy and Peach.
There was some
Pet and
from,
Dark Pet.
Fire Emblem. There was a bunch.
Fire Emblem, yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, which is great, because even one thing I really did like was that all of the Inklings, they said, oh, you have 8 Inklings, they all have different outfits and everything, but not all 8 count as a separate character. So you have a lot of customization within these characters, but they don't count towards the 60.
Yeah, and it's a lot of choice.
Rad.
It's a lot of choice, because I think there was like 8 versions of that of that base character. So it's like there's not even 65 characters in this game. There's like a lot of combinations that could be up to 100 characters to select from at best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I loved when they showed the 8-player Inkling battle, because it was so colorful, because they each have their own colors and their own ink and everything. And I think some of their moves was cool too. Like, you had to go into the ink to recharge it, but there's also a kind of dodge or guard. We also saw some cool mechanics, like you can now charge in midair for attacks like Samus's.
Samus,
which is thank God, because whenever I was Mewtwo or something, it was just the worst when you had to be there. They also had the new midair dodge, directional dodge, which is pretty cool. The new Bowser, they introduced so many new smashes, but the new Bowser.
Yeah, the new almost every character has been tweaked in some way. I went through the list, and at least half of them have been given either new final smashes, or their movesets have been slightly tweaked for balance and more or less just balance.
I also loved how so many of the characters are you could be this many characters, including girls, and I'm yes. They did that for the Inklings. They did that for, I don't know, some kind of, was there a villager or?
Yeah, villager. The Mii's. Yeah.
The Wii Fit trainer.
Oh yeah.
Well, the Wii Fit trainer, that was a weird one, because he was going intricately through each one, and he's like, "Oh, the Wii Fit trainer. I changed her face." Moving on, I was okay.
It was such a dig at the developers. Who's this was specially requested by the Wii Fit developers, and then he just moved on, and you're
I
why
changed
did you have
her
to bring
face.
that up? Yeah.
Going back to the Mii fighters, it was weird that they now have 3 different classes that you can choose from.
Yeah, they had that last time.
Did they?
Yeah,
they did.
I never played as them, because they were just a waste of space, in my opinion, anyways.
I can't wait to make another horrific Mii that's just the worst thing you've ever seen, human garbage, and then fight with them on Smash.
Yeah.
And they said they're going to try and make that available to play online. So I cannot await.
Yeah, they said 8 different voices for them too. A lot of craft is going into this.
But yeah, if they get the Mii's working on online Smash, you can bet your bums I'm going to unleash some abomination on y'all.
I'm just happy that King Day is still there. Yeah. My dude.
Another back to the GameCube. Did they make a special GameCube that's Mii compatible? Amiibo compatible? Or is that me just not understanding what they were doing?
No, it's just a GameCube controller.
I think there are amiibos compatible with the game.
Yeah, they said you can bring any amiibo over, but it has nothing to do with the GameCube controller.
I don't know about any amiibo, but
hey, they said any.
Let's hope.
No, I was just curious because of the way that they kind of they brought up this special GameCube with the logo on it. Is this a new one? But no, it sounds like they're just making an adapter.
Yeah, it's just a dongle that you plug in. Only one that's docked, however.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you won't be able to use it on the go. Do you guys have anything else you wanted to add?
I mean, Smash Ultimate, it lives up to the name. This is literally
this is the Smash game.
This is the ultimate Smash Bros. Game ever developed.
December 7th, super disappointing. I have to wait that long.
I'm not really disappointed, but that's a good time to do it, just to get, because they already have Pokemon in November, and then they have Pokemon in December. Just a way to get more Switches maybe out there, and just to get double down on what you want for this holiday season.
I'm just saying they should have gone with my my prediction of putting it in September, day and day, with their online service, just to make me happy. Me. It's
Well, it's not all about you, okay?
Apparently.
Unfortunately, all gamers think that about E3. So
I know.
Yeah.
How dare they?
How dare they?
How dare they make me wait more?
Overall, I was super impressed with this direct. I don't know if everyone was. I know they spent a lot of time for Smash, but that really spoke to me personally, so I appreciated that.
Yeah, I heard some criticism about like them not showcasing this game that was announced last time, like Metroid Prime 4 and Yoshi. But I get it, because that's the thing about these directs. They can do them at any time, and even when nothing's happening, they can just drop it. Bam! All these games are coming to the Switch/3DS.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed that at the pacing, simply because for me they spent too much time on Smash. I think what they should have done is spend like half an hour talking about more of the announcements and the ports and third-party support, and then they should have just kicked it over to like their treehouse or whatever for more details on Smash, or like 30 and 30 minutes instead of 15 45. Because again, that was some pretty big things that they just dropped within like a 5 to 30 second feature, like the Dragon Ball Fighters. Like just dropped like it was nothing. And like a couple of the other indies, okay, fine, they're a little bit more niche, but I don't know. I just thought the pacing. At first, I was kind of appreciative, but then when that blast happened, I was like, whoa, okay, Nintendo. But I mean, I enjoyed what they had to say about Smash, and I think it was super interesting to hear about all the little things that they've changed.
Yeah, I think having Sakurai deliver all the messaging was the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm neutral on Nintendo. I wasn't like super duper hyped.
Right.
But I don't think they flopped it either. I was just like, okay. Again,
I think
for me, I when it comes to E3, I want to see like developers, and I want to get some like inside scoop on the games. I don't want to see like a blast of trailers. Like, to me, that's not as interesting.
That's complete opposite for me. But I mean, that's everyone has their own. Yeah, exactly. For me, I like the rapid pace. Treat the viewer with respect in terms of like time and the output. I think knocking all these games out one after another and then just saying, okay, see you later, that's great for me, because after this direct they had 2 days of a treehouse where they actually brought in the developers, sit them down on the couch and say, okay, walk us through your game. That's great for people who want that. I really appreciate just like 45 minutes, give us all your titles, and then walk away. Then drop the mic. Yeah, that
seems to be an ongoing thing, like with all the everyone now. It's like, here's our main announcements, and then here's all the streaming times you can watch us play the game, talk with developers, go more in depth for like an hour each. I think basically everyone's doing that now.
Yeah. Dennis, any last thoughts?
Want to
take us home?
Not yet, but this has just been like out of like all the conferences that have happened, it has been a kind of weird E3. It's not like disappointing. It was just like I wasn't whelmed enough about.
No, there wasn't enough whelming.
Yeah, I don't know. It was good, but I hope they have something else saved for maybe your Gamescom, your TGS, Paris Games Week, even, or PSX. So I just hope
Game Rewards Night or whatever it's called.
Game Awards, yeah.
Game Awards, like that's become a really weird big reveal
Yeah,
time as well.
Yeah, Keely's got those hookups.
he does. He's friends with Kojima. Maybe Kojima could give the release date then.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, for his boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a wrap on this special episode and our final post-show thoughts on E3 2018. This has been the post-show for Nintendo's. If you want to contact us through email, you can email us CanadianGeekCST@gmail.com. And you can listen to us wherever fine podcasts are available, including iTunes and a lot more platforms that I can't think of on the top of my head.
Just all the platforms.
Yeah, all the platforms. You can find all the links on our website, which is CanadianGeekCST.wixsite.com/home.
You did it!
Yeah, I did it last time too. I'm proud of myself.
So proud of you.
I was pretty proud of you, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. This has been the Canadian Geekcast. And remember, pineapple is the greatest topping on pizza. So see you later.
Bye.